And let us sit down and get going, guys. The sun is on the screen, the sun is in my eyes, the sun is everywhere. It's wonderful. I can't see a thing. Okay, people, let's sit down cross-legged. Let me just go through the basics again. First off, I can't even see myself today, so there's no way I can see you. I don't know, put my sunnies on for a second. Everybody, do the whole class. Just breathing in and out through your nose. Remember, be aware of your breath. It's so important. The more you're aware of your breath, the better your practice will be. So you keep your lips gently pressed together. You keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth, or fold your tongue over and press it on the roof of your mouth. That is one of your bandhas. That will also stop you from sticking your tongue out when you're concentrating, and then God forbid you fall or you stumble and you bite your tongue. So it has three reasons. It will also stop you from clenching your jaw when you're trying to focus, which is great, because basically you want to feel it where you feel it, and you don't want to feel it where you don't want to feel it. So keep your lips gently pressed together. Keep the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. We do the whole class just breathing in and out through our nose. Always move with your breath. Do not move and then breathe, or breathe and then move, okay? Try and keep your inhalations and exhalations the same length. If there's any discomfort in your knees or anywhere else in your body, don't do the move. Just be aware of your body, be aware of your surroundings. If you want to take it one step further, every time you inhale, draw your belly button in and tighten your pelvic floor. What do I mean by draw your belly button in? Imagine that you're introducing Mr. Belly Button to Mr. Spine. That's what we're aiming for, people, okay? That is your core, that is your Mula Bandha and your Udiyaya Bandha. The more you try and engage those muscles, the stronger and better your back health will be, okay? So when we're sitting nice and upright, that's quite easy to do. When we're in other positions, you sometimes forget because we're doing so many other bits and pieces, but you know what, guys? It comes with practice. Okay, everybody, let's begin. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and just focus on your breath at the moment. Calm in your mind, preparing your body. As you inhale, you follow your breath in through your nose, past your throat, your chest, all the way down to your tummy, which you are drawing in and tightening your pelvic floor at the same time. And then as you exhale, you can release your tummy and follow the flow of your breath as it comes up past your chest, your throat, and out through your nose. You're sitting up nice and straight. Your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Your weight is over your hips. Just breathe. Okay, everybody, open your eyes, bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. And as you inhale, take your hands up in the air. Breathe, stretch up. Make sure you're not tucking your chin into your throat. You're looking straight ahead. You're stretching your arms up. You're trying to stretch your head up. The forearms are level with your ears. You need to possibly bring your chest a bit further forward. Take your hands a bit further back. Stretch up. Press your palms together, and you're feeling this little muscle working. And if you're not, you need to put more pressure in your palms. Press them together, stretch them up. Breathe. Reach up. Breathe. Focus on your torso. Feel it growing longer as you reach your arms higher and higher. Interlace your fingers, palms up to the sky. Breathe. Stretch up. So now you're feeling it in your armpits, and you should be feeling it in your shoulders, and you still have your forearms squashing against your ears. As you inhale, look down. Keep breathing. As you exhale, look up. Keep breathing. Inhale, look down. Exhale, look up. Beautiful. Bring your hands down. We are going to put our right hand right behind our back, in between our buttocks, keeping us nice and straight. Inhale, take your left hand up. Make the fist. Drop your wrist. Lengthen up. And as you exhale, twist. So make sure you're not dipping your chin down. Your chin is nice and high. You're trying to take your chin as far around as possible. You're taking your eyes as far around as possible. Your left eye is staring at your nose. You're pulling your left shoulder forward. You're taking your right shoulder back. Draw your tummy in a couple of times. Create some space for the twist. Keep breathing. Keep your left arm nice and strong. And inhale, come back to the center. Take your left hand up. Bring it down behind your back. Inhale, take your right arm up. Make the fist. Your thumb is on the inside. Drop your wrist across your knee. Lengthen up and twist. Again, keep your chin high. So your eyes as far around as they will go. So your right eye should be staring at your nose. You're pulling your right shoulder forward. You're taking your left shoulder back. Inhale, come back. Lovely. Take your arms up. And as you fold forward, lead with your chest and your head and your hands follow. And let your hands fall on the mat. You gaze in beyond your elbows, possibly towards your wrists, stretching your fingers forward. Keep breathing, guys. Make sure you're not tucking your chin in. Stretch your fingers more forward. Then tuck your chin in and inhale, roll up. Keeping your chin tucked in until you are upright, and then you release your chin. Lovely. Hands either side of your hips. We're going to come into a table. So my hands are level with my shoulders and my hips. My feet bottom width apart, heels and toes in line. Well, my feet are about hip width apart. Let's be honest here. Take your bum to your heels, lift your hips up. Relax your head back. Remember, guys, push into your palms, push into your soles. You should be feeling this in your arms. You should be feeling it in the tops of your thighs, pushing into the soles of your feet. Breathe. Don't forget pushing into your hands, guys. Look towards me and see if you can just take your hips straight. And then bring your feet down. Jolly good. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Heels in nice and tight, back up nice and strong. Just gently drawing your knees towards the floor. Again, people, there's no pain in your knees. You're just feeling a stretch on your inner thigh and in your groin. No bouncing, just gentle pressure, pulling your knees down, stretching your head up. Keep stretching your head up, guys. Lengthen your spine. Be aware of your body. Okay, release it off. Thumbs on the soles of your feet. Peel your soles up to the sky. Resting your forearms on your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, suck your tummy in. This time you're leading with your head as you fold forward. You're pulling with your hands to get your head lower, and you're also pushing with your arms to get your knees lower. So you've got two movements going on here, guys. You should be feeling this in your thighs, okay? Because you're pushing your knees down, but you're also pulling your head towards your feet. And the soles of your feet facing up to the sky. Just keep breathing. Inhale, come up. Lovely. We're going to grab our big toes, 2 fingers and a thumb, and we're going to take our legs up wide and straight. Balancing. You're just balancing on your bum, reaching your head up, stretching your legs out, Again, guys, you should be feeling a stretch just running down your inner thighs in this position. Okay, draw your legs together. As you exhale, take your legs wide. Inhale, draw your legs together. Exhale, take them wide. One last time. Inhale together. Exhale, take them wide. And then bring your feet down onto the ground. Okay, interlace your hands around the ball of your foot, not your arch, not your heel, round the ball. And stretch your leg out as much as you can. Keep the grip. This is stretching your neck and your shoulders. Do not worry about feeling anything in your leg as such. You've got to be feeling it all across your neck and your shoulders. You're stretching your arms forward, you're breathing. If you can get your legs straight, then you start to focus on pushing your knees down into the ground. If you can't get your legs straight, do not worry. Everybody is gazing towards their ankle. Breathe. And slowly inhale, come up. And let's do the other side. Stretch your leg out. As much as you can, keep the grip, hands by the ball of your feet. Your leg is straight, push your knee down, gazing towards your ankle, keep breathing. And inhale, come up. Okay, cross your legs. And then cross them the other way. Great. Hands on your knees, sitting up nice and tall. So guys, let me just demonstrate, because there's a few new people in the class. What we do is we exhale down, leading with our chest, sweep down low. And as you come up, suck your belly in and tighten your pelvic floor. Your hands are just resting here. Try not to use your arm strength to lift you up, okay? You're just trying to use your core. So everybody, sitting nice and comfortably, exhale over your left leg, right leg, sweep down low, tighten your core, come up. Exhale. Every time I say inhale, just tighten your core. Sweep round, inhale. Remember to lead with your chest and not your head. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Two more. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Last one. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again over our left leg. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Exhale, sweep round, inhale. Lovely. Okay, cross your legs the other way. So, don't have a tight cross, just release it a little bit. So you've got a nice big triangle, okay? Your legs are crossed, but they're not really tight. Draw your hands behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades together. Sitting up nice and tall. Your hands are touching the floor, or if you're flexible enough, you can lift your hands up. Doesn't matter. Breathe. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. And then on the next exhale, leading with your chest, take your head towards your right leg. Your head comes down, your hands come up. Keep breathing. Once you're down as low as you can go, raise your hands as high as they will go. And on your next exhale, just take your head towards your left knee. And inhale. Okay, swap the cross of your legs, swap the grip of your hands. So your hands are like that. I want your other little finger, the last one, okay? Work it out, people. Again, sitting up nice and tall, drawing your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Clasping your hands together. Make sure you've got a nice loose cross of your legs. And then exhale over your right left knee. Head down, hands up. Keep breathing, guys. Nice, steady, deep breaths. And then as you exhale, take your chin over to your right knee. Keep your hands up nice and high. Keep breathing nice and steady. And inhale, come. Okay, just rest your wrists on your knees. You're sitting up nice and tall. Focus on as the blood just rushes back into your arms and your wrists. You're sitting up straight, your weight's over your hips. Okay, we're going to come into a table again, this time fingers facing backwards. Your hands are level with your hips. Your feet bottom hip width apart. Take your bum to your heels. Hips up, head back. Push into your palms. Push into your soles. Breathe. Let your head just fall back. Look towards the front. And just see if you can get your hips straight back. So you're just on your palms and your heels. Breathe. And down. Okay, bring your right heel in. Your heel is touching your perineum. Your sole is running along your thigh. You are not sitting on your foot. Just the flesh underneath your buttocks. Make sure that your foot is facing flat. You don't have your sole rolling in or rolling out, okay? Possibly the toes are facing back towards you. Again, just adjust your flesh. Inhale, take your hands up. Stretch up, keep breathing. And then as you exhale, suck your tummy in and lead with your chest as you fold forward and grab whatever you can grab. If you can grab your foot, great. Otherwise, grab your calf or your knee. Again, check your foot. Make sure it's flat. You're gazing towards your ankle. Just take your awareness to your shoulders. Make sure that your right shoulder isn't up really high. Draw your right shoulder down. You want to be parallel to the mat. Gazing towards your ankle. Pushing your knee down towards the ground using your leg muscles. Feeling a stretch in your calf, in your hamstring, possibly even in your buttock. Breathe. So just increase the engagement of your leg. Just get the stretch even nicer. Keep breathing, gazing towards your ankle. Slide your hands along your leg. Inhale, come up. And swap legs. Just the flesh. Inhale, hands up. Again, make sure your foot is nice and flat. Stretch up. Your toes are flexed back towards your face. Suck in your tummy. Stretch higher. Lead with your chest as you fold down. Grab hold of your foot, your calf, your knee, wherever you can hold. You're gazing towards your ankle. The sole of your foot is flat. It's not turning in. It's not turning out. Your toes are flexed back towards you. If you can grab hold of your foot, focus on pushing your knee down towards the ground. Remember, you're looking towards your ankle. You're not looking back at your own groin. Breathe. You should all be feeling a stretch in this leg, yeah? And if you're not, you need to engage the muscles more. You're definitely feeling something in your hamstring and possibly feeling something in your calf. The more you flex your toes back towards you, the better the stretch in your calf, the better the stretch in your Achilles. Keep breathing. Inhale, come up. Lovely. Bring your heels in tight to your bum. Wrap your arms around your knees, lengthen your head up, and then take your forehead to your knees. So your chin is touching your collarbone and your forehead is touching your knees, and focus on your breath. You're using all of your arm strength to hug yourself against your thighs. Okay, inhale, come up. Hands behind you, and bring yourself into a squat. Your bum is on your heels. You're sitting up nice and tall. If you've got your balance, you can place your hands on your knees. Or, I prefer, hands into prayer. So guys, make sure you're sitting nice and upright. If you're leaning forward, what you need to do is pull your knees down, draw your shoulders back, get your balance. So you're sitting up nice and upright. So if you've got your hands into prayer, take your hands up in the air. Interlace, stretch your palms up. Stretch up, people, stretch up, looking forward, breathe in. And then everybody, bring your fingertips down on the ground, a good foot and a half in front of you. Straighten your legs. Bring the weight towards the balls of your feet. Your toes are nice and relaxed. Your heels are nice and light. Keeping your legs nice and straight. And then if you can, take your palms down onto the ground. So your legs are nice and straight. Your feet flat on the ground. Start to bring the weight more into your hands, just till you feel your heels leaving the mat. And then bring your weight back into your feet. Step your hands one step closer towards your feet. Again, if you've only got your fingertips down, it doesn't matter. If you've got your palms down, just means you're a bit more flexible. Guys, you should all be feeling this coming up the backs of your legs. So, if you're not, start to get more weight towards your toes. Your toes are nice and relaxed. Same thing again. Start to bring more weight into your hands till your heels leave the ground. Release it off. Okay, grab your elbows, just hang. Everybody, legs nice and straight, weight just before your toes. Toes are nice and relaxed, heels are light on the mat, and you're just hanging, feeling a beautiful stretch coming up your calves and your hamstrings. And then I want everybody to grab their ankles. If possible, run your forearms down the back of your legs, fingers facing down. And you feel a massive, massive stretch now in your hamstrings and your calves. Keep the weight towards your toes. And then people, take the awareness to your head and lengthen your head a bit more towards the ground. And as you stretch your head more down, the leg stretch increases. Beautiful. Soften your knees, and I want you to take 3 or 4 breaths to slowly come upright. Nice and slow. Picture each vertebrae sitting on the one beneath it as you slowly, slowly come up. Keep your ankles and knees together. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. And you should just about be coming up now. Lovely. Hands into prayer. Inhale, hands up in the air. Interlace your palms. Stretch your hands up. Breathe. Reach up. Forearms are pushing against your ears. Stretch up. Breathe. Okay, guys, have your toes and your heels together. When we come up on our toes, try and push your thighs together, okay? That gives you better stability. So, inhale up on your toes. Exhale down again. Keep the stretch though. The whole time you're stretching from your hips up, okay? So keep stretching up. And again, inhale up on your toes. Exhale down again. If you're wobbling, you need to push your heels and thighs together. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the left, staying high on your toes. Keep breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up. Bring your heels down. Bring your hands down onto your bum, not your lower back. Grab your buttocks, knees together. Draw your elbows in. Soften your knees. Slightly push your hips forward. Take your head back. Just a gentle back bend. Inhale, come up. Lovely. Step towards the front of your mat. Hands into prayer. So, your eyes are closed. Your head's reaching up to the sky. Your shoulders are pulling down towards the ground. As you're drawing your shoulders down, you're lifting your chest up. You're sucking your tummy in. You're gently pushing your hips forward. Focus on the soles of your feet. Feel the weight just before your toes, people. Just breathe, eyes closed, standing as tall and straight as you can. Beautiful. Open your eyes. Inhale, take your hands up. Soften your knees. Do a back bend. Reaching into your arms. Don't just fold. Stretch those fingers away from you. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward. So if you can touch the floor, hands no further forward than your toes. If you can't touch the floor, just grab your shins or your calves. If you've got your hands down, try getting your palms flat into the ground. Everybody, stretch your head more towards your toes. Okay, release it off. Everybody bend your legs and step your right leg back into the runner's lunge. Pushing into your back heel, adjust your feet. Your front foot is touching your front hand. Your knee, ankle, toes are in one line. Your knee does not come past your ankle. Your back foot is directly behind your right hand. You're pushing into your back heel. You're stretching into your head. Remember, you're stretching in two directions, from your hips down and from your waist up. Breathe. Drop your knee. Inhale, lift up. Stretch up. Hands on your knee. Exhale, lunge forward. Remember, guys, don't focus on pushing your knee forward. Focus on pushing your perineum down. Make sure your knee stays in line. It's not going left or it's going right. Okay, come back out. Take your hands down. So, come back into the runner's lunge. Take a very small step in with your back foot. Check that your feet are wide apart on the mat. And then straighten both legs. Your back toes are trying to face as far forward as they can. And take your head towards your left leg. So guys, if you've got one foot directly behind the other on the mat, you cannot do this move. You really need to check that your left foot is towards the left side of the mat and your right foot is towards the right side of the mat. Support the weight on your hands. Your head is down. That's great. You're feeling a lovely stretch coming up this leg. What I want you to focus on now is you're drawing your left hip back and you're pushing your right hip forward. Oh, that feels good. Keep breathing. Okay, soften it up. Place your hands on the mat and we're going to take our left leg straight back up into the air, the three-legged dog. Try and keep your leg as straight as possible. Push into your palms to get your hips up nice and high. Take your left heel to your right buttock, twist your hips. You're trying to get your left knee to face up to the sky and you're trying to have your left heel touching your buttock. Your fingers are well spread on the mat. You're pushing your hips out. You're breathing. Then we're going to step our left leg forward into lizard pose. So your left foot is going to land just outside your left hand. So if you've got the strength, keep your back leg straight. If you don't have the strength, you can drop your knee. It does not matter. There's no pain in your left neck. You're just trying to lower your pelvis, lower than your knee, okay? If you have got your back leg straight, keep it straight. Then come down onto your forearms. Place your palms on the mat. Do not clasp your hands together. There's no pain in your knee. You're trying to get your pelvis lower and lower. Keep your back leg nice and straight. You're gazing towards your fingertips. Breathe. Lovely. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your body up. And then carefully, we're going to take our left foot into pigeon pose. So your left ankle comes towards your right wrist. And your knee is right by your left wrist. So, again, there's no pain in your body. We're trying to have our shin bone parallel to the front of the mat. As long as there's no pain in your knee, that's fine. Tuck your back toes in, walk your leg back a teeny bit. Lovely. Flip your toes out. Look up. And then, making sure there's no pain anywhere in your knees, gently lower down. Place your palms on top of each other and rest your forehead on your palms. Once you are down, relax. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your hips and thighs. You're feeling a big stretch coming from your buttock along your left hamstring. If you're super flexible, you will find that your left shin is touching your tummy or your chest. Just make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your hips are relaxed. No pain in your knee. Just letting gravity do the work for us on this one. Okay, hands under your shoulders, lift your body up. You have three choices here, people. We're going to bend our back leg. Option number one, just grab your right ankle with your right hand. Option number two, grab it with both hands. Or option number three, stretch your left arm forward. The most important thing is you're feeling the stretch in your right leg. Okay, release it up. Tuck your back toes in, spread your fingers well on the mat, slightly dip down, and as you inhale, come into downward dog. Adjust your feet. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart on the mat. Your feet are about bottom width apart. Push your hips up. As we exhale, drop into a plank. Inhale, downward dog. Push those hips up, guys. Exhale, plank. Keep breathing. Inhale, downward dog. And then we're going to drop into the 8-limb salutation. Drop onto your knees. Lower your chest between your hands. Remember, your chin lands in front of your fingers. Flip the toes out. Glide up into cobra. So remember, people, everything below the waist is engaged in cobra. You're pushing your pelvis down, thighs, your toes, lifting your chest and chin. I can hear trouble. Tuck your toes in. Downward dog. Push those hips up. Okay, raise up onto your toes. As high as possible. Push your hips back up nice and high. Then staying on your toes, step your right leg forward into the lunge. So we're in the runner's lunge again. Okay, check your feet. Your right foot is touching your right hand, your left foot just behind your left hand. Your knee does not come past your ankle. Your heels, toes and knee are all in one line. You're pushing into your back heel, you're stretching into your head. Drop your knee. Inhale, lift up. Hands on your knee, lunge. Inhale, come out. Take your hands down, come back up into the lunge. Take a small step in with your back foot and then straighten both legs. Remember, your feet are virtually as wide apart as the mat. Your back toes are facing as far forward as you can possibly get them. Take your head towards your right knee. Keep your right leg nice and straight. I've still got problems in my right leg, so that's why I can't get it completely straight. So, top tip, people, push down into your front big toe, and that will make sure that your leg stays nice and straight. And then focus. Draw your right hip back and push your left hip forward. Keep pushing into your front big toe. Keep breathing. Okay, soften it off. We're going to take our right leg straight back in the air, three-legged dog. Nice and straight, nice and high. Heel to opposite buttock, twist your hips. So, take your awareness to your hands, keep the weight equal in both hands. Trying to have your heel tight to your bum and your knee facing the sky. Keep breathing, guys. And then step your right foot forward into the lizard, so your right foot lands just outside your right hand. You're looking forward, you're pushing into your back heel, or your knee is dropped. Trying to lower your hips down. Then, if you can, come onto your forearms. There's no pain in your right knee. Your palms are flat on the ground. Breathe. Look towards your fingers. So apart from keeping your leg nice and straight, if your leg is straight or your knee down, it does not matter. It's just, if you've got more strength, you can keep your leg straight, but you still get the same stretch. And you're feeling a big stretch in your groin, running along your hamstring. But it's a different hamstring stretch to when we've got our legs nice and straight. And again, hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your body up. And then bring your right leg across into pigeon. So your right ankle is by your left hand. Your right knee is by your right hand. Look up. Tuck your big toes in. Your back toes in, sorry. Walk your knee back a teeny bit. Just increase the stretch. Keep your toes out. You're looking up. You're pushing your pelvis down. You're breathing. So you're feeling a lovely stretch coming up the outside of your right hamstring, right thigh. And then lower down. Place your forearms on top of each other and your head on top of your forearms. Place your palms on top of each other and your head on top of your palms. And then relax. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your hips and thighs. Just focus on your breath. No pain in your knee. Okay, hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Bend your back leg. And again, either grab it with one hand, grab it with both hands, stretch one arm forward, keep one hand down. Doesn't matter. What matters is you're feeling the stretch front of your thigh. And release it off. Hands on the mat, back toes tucked in. As you inhale, dip down. And then on your next inhale, downward dog. Adjust your hands and feet as necessary, people. Make sure your fingers are well spread on the mat. Make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart on the mat. Push those hips up, keep breathing. Push those hips up even higher. And as we exhale, going to come into child pose. Knees together, toes together, bum to heels, hands to feet, forehead on the ground. So now you feel your spine opening up and loosening because you've been bending it one way and this is bending it and loosening it the other. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed, your arms are heavy and your breathing is nice and even. Stretch your arms forward, glide up into cobra. Fingers are well spread on the mat, people. Pushing your pelvis down, lifting your chest and chin up. Tuck your toes in. Inhale, downward dog. Push those hips up nice and high. Okay, guys, raise up on your toes. We did this move yesterday, the frog. You are going to take your bum back towards your heels, your knees come out sideways, and you're looking forward. Breathe. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, bring your heels down. Keep breathing. Inhale, up on your toes. Exhale, back into the frog. Bum to heels, knees out sideways. Keep breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, heels down. Okay, guys, jump or step both feet forward between your hands. Heels and toes together. Fold down. Keep your legs nice and straight. Keep the weight towards the balls of your feet. Keep your toes nice and relaxed. Have your hands either side of your feet. Okay, everybody. If this hurts, this next move, please don't do it, but we're coming into gorilla pose. So bend your knees and place your hands underneath. So your palms are touching your soles and your toes are touching your wrists, okay? And then straighten your legs. And then gently start to bring more weight towards your toes. And you feel a big stretch coming up your calves. Soften it up. Grab your elbows, just hang. Legs nice and straight, weight towards your toes. And just swing from your hips. Okay, soften your knees and inhale, come up. Hands into breath. Inhale, hands up in the air. Interlace your palms together, arms up nice and straight. Breathe. Bring your hands down. Okay, we're going to do a balancing pose, one that we possibly haven't done for a while, called Lord Shiva's dance. And just watch me doing it, and then I'll talk you all into it. So first of all, we bend our legs, okay? Then we're going to take our right leg out, and then you're going to wrap your right leg around your left, okay? So my knees are sort of in line. Then we're going to bring our hands up, and you're going to slip your right arm underneath and get your hands into prayer. If this is difficult, just grab your shoulders. Okay, everybody, so let's begin. Bend your knees. So your right leg out, wrap it around. Bring your arms together. Take your right arm under, your palms are touching, lovely. Try not to lean forward. And release. Give your legs a little shake. Take your feet about hip width apart, heels and toes in line, hands on your hips, and slowly just roll your hips. Nice and slow and gentle. And then just roll them the other way. Okay, step your feet together. We're going to do the same thing again. So, bend your legs. Make sure that your right foot is nicely planted. You've got to bend your legs, otherwise you can't wrap the leg around. Put your toes behind your calf. Bring your arms up like so. This time drop your left arm underneath. Get your hands into prayer. So your hands are sort of directly in front of your nose. Breathe. And release. Okay. Release it off. Take your feet about hip width apart and gently roll your hips. And then roll them the other way. Okay, take your hands on your bum, make sure your heels and toes are in line, draw your elbows towards each other, soften your knees to a back bend. Inhale, come up. In fact, some of you just watch me because I don't know if you've done this move before, but what we're going to do next, just watch. You're going to fold forward at 90 degrees. You're going to hold it there for a minute. And then I'm going to ask you to take your hands down, and then you're going to wiggle your feet as wide apart as possible. You're going to end up with your toes slightly in and your heels slightly out. I'm going to ask you to try and get your hands in line with your toes, and then you're going to take your head down towards your knees, okay? So, let's all get into the start position. Have your feet about hip width apart, hands on your bum, draw your elbows in, soften your knees, do the back bend. Inhale, come up, and straight away fold at 90 degrees, okay? That's it. Weight towards your toes, feeling the stretch coming up the backs of your legs, drawing your elbows towards each other. Then release your hands down, bend your knees as much as you need to, so you can get your hands on the ground, and then start heel-toeing your feet out sideways. Please, guys, you must have your toes slightly in and your heels slightly out. Right. So, don't go too far, no pain in your knees. Get your hands in line with your toes if you can, and take your head down. So you're feeling a big stretch running along your inner thigh. You're constantly pushing into your feet. The whole point of this exercise, this particular posture, is to eventually, you'll be able to look up at the ceiling past your buttocks. Keep your legs nice and straight. Massive hamstring stretch. Okay, bring yourself back up. Walk your hands forward so your body is 90 degrees to the mat. Be aware of your body. Your toes are slightly in, your heels are slightly out. As long as there's no pain in your knees, we're all going to walk our hands over to the left. And if you can, grab your left ankle and take your head towards your left knee. Beautiful. Release it up. Walk your hands back to the center. Again, just check your feet placement. And again, as long as there's no line, no pain in your knees, exhale, walk your hands over to your right ankle. And take your head towards your right knee. Keeping your legs nice and straight, people. And then walk your hands back to the center. Okay. Just keep breathing, pushing into your heels. Your body's at 90 degrees. You're looking down. And one last time, just walk your hands back so your hands are underneath your pelvis. Your fingers are in line with your toes. You're bending your elbows backwards, taking your head down towards the ground. Inhale, lift up. Bring your body 90 degrees and heel toe your feet back together till you end up with them good hip width apart, and then drop down into the squat, looking towards me. Hands into prayer, elbows on your knees. And the reason you have your elbows on your knees is because if you have your elbows forward, you're not sitting up straight. If your elbows are on your knees, you're sitting up more straight, and you can push your pelvis forward and draw your shoulders back. Then inhale, lift your hips level with your knees. Then lower your hips down again. Inhale, hips level with knees. Push into your toes here, people. Keep your toes relaxed, but push into your toes. And then take your fingertips down Straighten your legs, heels and toes together. Grab your elbows and just hang. Remember people, don't load up your heels with all the weight. Then release your hands down, step your hands forward and your feet back, and we're in downward dog. Push those hips up, push those heels down. Raise up on your toes. Push your hips up high. And then jump forward into a seated cross-leg position, just like this. And then come down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, and take your head up to meet your knees. Gently rocking side to side. And then bring your feet flat on the floor. Guys, everybody, your legs should be aching. We've done a massive leg workout here. We need to do one more back bend just to counter all the forward bends. So we're going to come up into bridge, feet bottom width apart. As you inhale, take your hips up, possibly lift your head and place it back on the mat just to avoid any discomfort. Push your pelvis up. Push your toes down, keep your toes relaxed. Lower your hips down. So your hips are on the ground. I want everybody to push your lower spine into the ground. Work out how to do it. I can't really describe it, but you just push your belly button down and you sort of tilt your hips up a teeny bit. So the last bit of your spine is pushed into the mat and then release it up. And again, push it into the mat. Push your lower spine down. Breathe. Keep breathing, keep pushing it down. And release. Okay, everybody. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop out left and right. Place your hands halfway between your groin and your knees. Don't put any pressure on, just rest your hands there. Your shoulders a shrug. Your hips and thighs a little shrug and relax. And just breathe. So we did a big old leg stretch, and we put a lot of stress and strain into our lower spine. And this last move, sitting like this, will loosen up your hips and relax your lower spine. It might not feel like it, but it will. Just relax, breathe, eyes closed. Coming into Savasana in a minute. I started late, I'm slightly running over, I got too excited, but happy days, people. So all of your awareness is on your hips and your thighs, and you're just thinking, relax, relax. Feeling your buttocks melting into the mat. Trying to untense everything below your hips. Okay, draw your knees together. Take your arms out to the side. Arms are level with your shoulders, palms are facing down. Draw your heels in as tight to your bum as you can get them, ankles and knees together. And as you exhale, knees to the left, face to the right. Keep your ankles and knees on top of each other, people. Just breathe. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees to the right, face to the left. Inhale to the center. Step your feet one step away from your bum. Ankles and knees together. Exhale, knees to the left, face to the right. Keep your shoulder blades on the ground, people. Keep your knees and ankles on top of each other. There's pressure on your top leg pushing down. Inhale back to the center. And one last time. Exhale, knees to the right, face to the left. Again, keep your ankles and knees on top of each other, and there's pressure in the top leg pushing down. Keep breathing. Inhale back to the center. We're just going to do one more wind relieving posture, which is this one where you draw your knees into your chest, take your head up to meet your knees, grab your elbows and hug down. Just keep breathing, guys. Just gently rock side to side. Use your arms a bit more, people. Really squash those thighs down. And then relax. Into Savasana. Stretch your legs out. Bring your hands down towards your hips. Palms facing up. Eyes are closed. Give your shoulders a wiggle. Give your hips and thighs a wiggle. And just relax. Focus on your breath. So you're lying down. Trying to make your body feel as heavy as possible. You want to feel as if your arms are falling off your torso, as if your legs are falling off your torso, as if your feet are falling off from your legs. So take your awareness to your forehead and relax the muscles in your forehead. And then relax the muscles in your eyelids and eyeballs. Relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw and tongue. And now awareness back down to your shoulders. Make sure they're relaxed. Bring your awareness down to your hands. Relax your little finger. Relax your ring finger. Relax your middle finger. Index finger. And then your thumb. Again, just check your shoulders are relaxed. Bring that down to your hips and thighs. And then your ankles and toes. Just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Lying down, your shoulders are relaxed, your hips are relaxed. Just breathe. And then gradually bring your awareness back to your space, keeping your eyes closed. And when you're ready, roll onto your left-hand side, keeping your eyes closed. Then using your hands to support yourself, come up into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and strong. Your eyes are closed. Hands are in prayer. Just take your awareness to your neck. Does your neck feel okay? Do your shoulders feel okay? Your upper back, middle back, your lower back. Just go around your body, just checking. Everything feels fine. Remember, you're stretching your head up to the sky. You're keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay, everybody. Dip your chin, open your eyes. Namaste. Lovely. Well done. Good effort, everybody. See you all tomorrow.